Hey, yo, what's good, y'all? Y'all niggas straight? Y'all niggas good, son? What's good, son? Hey, yo, hey,
YouTube. He's
yo.
Muten Gaming on YouTube, and
Shout out to the whole Muten Collective Discord, my nigga. It's hella motherfucking scammers in that bitch. You feel me? Everybody out here scamming, son. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the collective, boy. We collect. Until Matt. Y'all don't remember music like that. Y'all little boys, y'all little girls, Nick. My hands need to be dried up, dog. I need some baby powder, baby. You know that feeling when you have when kids try to commit suicide, or they fight, or a kid gets jumped, or staff gets jumped, or staff gets molested, raped, or staff rapes or molests a child. You know that feeling? Guess what? You know what you should do when you have that feeling? You just want to get paid for it. And guess what? We're making millions, if not billions of dollars off of the crumb of staff and fucking the children of the community. Hey, yo, what's up, y'all? What's up, man? What's up, YouTube? Nothing, Matt? What y'all out there doing? You know what I'm saying? The dog. Okay. The first thing we need to do is smoke a blunt, bro. That's the first thing we need to do. My shoulder is fucked up, dog. I cannot lift my shoulder very high. Like, this is fine, but when I go above this, oh, that's where it's got to be the cuff or something, one of the cuffs. All right, is there anything on YouTube that we can just fucking listen to? Like, you know what game I'm actually more excited about is Crimson Desert, bro. Crimson Desert is gonna be a fucking monster. Like, it's gonna be, I don't think we really know what type of game we're actually gonna get. Uh, hmm. It's like, yo, to be real, I don't know what's going on in the world. Like, but what I like is everybody's angry about something, but you really can't be mad at black people. Black people ain't got nothing to do with all the fucked up shit that's going on in the world. So I'm just excited about. Oh yeah, I was actually watching. Let's just watch this fucking interview, bro. Because this interview, I miss listening to dev interviews, bruh. And this interview is actually really good.
There's a pretty...
This guy who's talking about this game, it's like for the last 4 or 5 years, this is all he's been doing. Like he's like in charge of it. He knows what he knows what the company goal is, and he knows what let me turn this down. I mean, I guess I'm gonna turn my Silksong down, because we're about to do some shit where we gotta warm up, bro. We definitely gotta warm up on the Silksong, bro. So let's just watch a YouTube video, dog, because you know how it is. You know how it be. So I don't even know. This is gaming interviews, and but this I think the girl in this video has insider knowledge, because she's asking questions that this nigga's like, yeah, we got that. And then, but there was some freaky shit. These some freaky ass niggas. They furries. They was like, can I ride a dragon? If you know what I mean. Like they wanna fuck a dragon. They wanna fuck bears. It's like, what do you do? Like, why are you asking these questions? Why are you asking these questions? Is it because you a freak? Y'all some freaked out ass motherfuckers, dog. So let's just listen, bro.
Active discourse about...
I know I said let's just listen, but I want to say one thing. I'm going to get this for PC, because one thing he said in the interview was that the engine, if they would have used Unreal Engine 5 or whatever the fuck, the game would have been really demanding on a lot of PCs and whatnot, and on PlayStation. So they developed it. This is why I love games that the company decides to dedicate an engine specifically for this video game to do specific things that Unreal Engine really can't do, or it's really hard to get Unreal Engine to execute these type of gameplay mechanics without losing something else that's going on when it comes to RAM and processing power. So I'm getting it for PC, and that's how we going.
the control set in this game. And I think that goes back to what I was talking about earlier about we're giving this 60 to 70% unlocked character for you to play as and expecting you to be able to jump in it and understand all those controls. Yeah. And in reality, if you're starting from the beginning, you're not only progressively like drip feeding yourself new controls and content, but you're also only unlocking the content and skills that you want to use. So you're not...
It's going to be more personal.
Exactly.
And you are going to grow with it.
The character.
Yeah.
So I like to say that if you just print it out like a Street Fighter move list, you would be overwhelmed too. But we're showing what you can do, not what you have to do. And that's a really big distinction. Because we're giving you all these tools, we're not saying, oh, you have to use a Phillips head screwdriver here. It's like, do whatever you want. Like you can, in that fight that you were talking about, there are some gimmick boss fights where you have to stun an enemy and then you can lift up a pillar and smash them over the head with it. Or you can just continue wailing on them with a sword. There are a lot of options in how you tackle these problems. It's a problem. What solution do you want to use?
Well, and even in that example, what I appreciated about it, because you were talking about this on stream and I was thinking about it. It's like earlier in that demo, we had moments where we're picking up the flagpole and you
put something in the freezer, bro.
And then during the boss fight, the same mechanic, the same tool, to borrow your term, is used in the boss fight, but it's kind of up to the player to put those dots together and connect them and realize, oh, this pillar that looks kind of like a pole, I can use that the same way I use that other thing. And it excites me for how many other tools, quote unquote, there may be that we can mix and match in other ways that may be surprising. Because I think that's one of the things that excites people is hearing that developers are focused on player freedom and not saying no, like welcoming them to be creative.
Oh,
and
it's
then
this
also
guy,
giving them lots
Luke.
of tools that can be mixed and matched in various ways. Are there any surprising
This guy bought
uses of
Concord
tools
twice for
that you've
content,
come
dog.
across or seen from developers or heard about from developers?
Dedication.
Like, are there any really clever solutions like Lua's example of throwing a bomb in the lake to get fish or something like that?
I want to be hesitant about going too deep into features because I know that there's a lot planned that the developers want to speak to themselves.
Sure.
But I do want to go back to what you said real quickly on, because you played the game at Summer Game Fest. So you played the game last June. What is different about how Pearl Abyss develops and is different about this game than any other, a lot of other developers in any other game I've personally worked on, is how they develop and how they listen.
Pearl
to
Abyss
the
made
community and
so
feedback.
much fucking money
That
off
boss
that
fight
fucking
you played is
game, that
radically
MMO.
different now than it was.
They're
when you
just
played it.
like, you know,
They continue
let's just
to
make a
iterate
good,
and they
a dope
continue to
video game,
develop
bro.
based on feedback.
Let's just create
And I
an
think
engine.
that comes, and that's a really, really positive thing about the DNA of the developer. That comes from their nature of, they have Black Desert Online, which is an MMO that is continuously updated every single week for the last 10 years. So they're used to developing at that pace and scale of new content, new updates every single week. So that's the pace of that they're adding in new things, changing things until the game finally gets locked down and launches.
Yeah, well, and sorry, Lou, I just have to ask, because I've been wondering this since this was revealed. Coming from Black Desert Online, big, massive MMORPG. That requires a lot of specialization. It requires a lot of know-how to do that really well, and of course they found a lot of success with it. How does a game like Crimson Desert come from that studio? Like, why would they not just go make another big MMORPG? What made them excited about the Crimson Desert project so much that became the next thing? Like, what started Crimson Desert for them as far as you're aware?
They just wanted to make a good game. That's it.
And this is a story that's
They made so much fucking money.
We'll add some other to it. The game was originally a MMORPG when it was originally announced in 2019, and it was originally a prequel to Black Desert. But in development, things changed. So as they were developing the engine, as they were developing the systems, as they were progressing with making this game, you can imagine they came to a crossroad. Do we force it to be what it was originally scoped to be, or do we continue to have it develop into what it's becoming? And that way, you can obviously know the answer of which of those two paths they chose. But then you have the expertise of building some of these really, really in-depth systems. And then you bring in new talent around narrative, around single player expertise to be able to flush out the skill set of the studio. So what people don't realize, because we're not as open or upfront about it, because we have one development office, is there's two different development teams. So the Black Desert team and the new IP team, which is the Crimson Desert team here, there aren't shared resources there. Those are separate teams. One isn't cannibalizing the other in order to, I need that VFX artist. They work independently. So they're learning from each other, but also going their own ways.
I'll ask this one. So one of the earliest, I think it was an IGN preview demo thing where they talked about it. probably a couple years ago, was when they were talking about a gameplay sequence they saw or played where the player was just kind of going through the world and they saw some dynamic stuff. They were prompted for a side quest where they heard about, I think it was this red mist or red poison that was affecting people. And then they were talking to somebody else and somebody completely unrelated had a comment sort of similar. But effectively what ended up happening was that you had two different NPCs in different areas of the town that were effectively talking about the same group of, like, I think they were goblins or something that were causing a ruckus. But because they were separate, they were prompting the player to effectively deal with the same problem in two different sort of side quests that led to the same kind of conclusion, which I thought was a really clever way of making the world feel much more alive. Because, of course, if there's a goblin encampment, it wouldn't just affect the one dude in the village, it would affect everybody in the village. And so hearing multiple sources, frustrated with that and prompt you for a solution was cool. So my question is, are there things like that that have either been iterated upon, something like that? Has that been adjusted? But that, like, could you speak to that?
Yeah, what you're talking is about direct or indirect player guidance. So to define those terms specifically, direct player guidance would be an exclamation point above the head of an NPC that you're saying, I need to talk to them. They either have a horrible deformity or they have a quest for me. So that's direct player guidance. Indirect player guidance is using context clues and narrative, and then there isn't necessarily a quest that pops up as a result. You just have to go and use that information to discern that. This game has both.
I'm out here chilling, you know what I'm saying? This could have been desert.
Pop up on the map.
I don't think we really know what we're going to get with this game, dog. Like, I think this game is going to be... This game act like, look, I'm just going to say it, right? The shit might actually be better than GTA 6. We don't even know, because we don't know what it is. We don't know what these niggas really did. The shit that I'm fucking hearing in this game, it's like, we don't know. I don't think there's anything like it, to be real. It's basically, we got Breath of the Wild, and that changed, that created a genre, that curated a subgenre of open world collective, you know what I mean? So look, let me ask you a question. Are you a bot? Are you a bot? Everybody goes through the bot test. Cause I don't think, I know you're not a follower. I know you're not a follower. I go through all this with everybody. If you come to the stream, most likely, if you come to my stream, you're a bot. If you're not a bot, how much money do you want? If you don't want any money or a bot, please follow. And then, yeah. So just answer those questions for me real quick. Are you a bot? And do you want my Discord? And do you want to give me overlays and make my stream cooler so I can be a big streamer? Because I have a group of people that I pay to do that. And if you want to be on the team, just let me know, man. I pay a bunch of people like $600 a week. Okay, I'm gonna listen. And I also want you to answer this. Is English your first language?
Fields are walking around town, as you mentioned, that can point you in a direction.
Okay. See, easy. You're not just a viewer. Okay, good. I'm glad you're being honest. So how much does it cost? How much money do you want, bro?
Will continually progress to what is relevant.
How much? Just give me I don't want to see your work if I can't afford it. And my price range is between. It's basically like
There's not a problem.
Upwards of like 2,000 American dollars, because I really want to be a big streamer. And if you can help me, I have money to give you to help me, bro. I need help. How much money do you want to do what you do? How much is it worth?
Exact your revenge on these thankless efforts.
Can you kill most NPCs in the game?
No, I can't afford it.
There's
like you might overtime. Like You might be out of my price
but
range. Could you tell me how much
freedom
you
does
charge?
need to be limited in order to not like prevent quest progression, especially critical path. So there have to be limits based on those systems. So we don't want it to feel restrictive in terms of what the player is allowed to do, but it can't interfere with possible progression. So there needs to be a balance that you have to strike there that feels natural. So I hope that answers your question.
No. I mean, yeah, we can. My Discord is a folklore legend. So if you want
a little bit interesting
like,
because I saw a chicken. I think
go
it
to
was a
my
chicken,
Discord and just add
and then
yourself
I
or
went
whatever.
To grab it.
We can talk on Discord.
And I thought that was cool. So I wonder how much more of that there is. Like things that you see and then you want to like, oh, I want to destroy it. Or maybe I want to grab it. Or maybe I want to throw it across the world.
So the world is made to be interacted with, and that's also how you learn about the world. So by talking to NPCs, by picking up chickens, then you've learned, and your codex will have been updated about the chickens. Learn about the world by interacting and experiencing it.
What about things that go beyond like fighting? Is there like puzzles? Is there like different types of quests? Because we know a lot about the combat, we know a lot about using skills, but is there... I'm talking about like other types of quests. What other activities you can actually do?
Are there dungeons? Are there caves?
Yeah,
that's all I want to know.
One of the things that we showcased, we had a team over to Korea to do a deep dive kind of behind the scenes last September. They came out and we showed them a glimpse of a bunch of different systems. One of the systems that we showed them was in what we call the aerial abyss. It's those sky islands that you see there. That's a very important and pivotal part in the story and quest and mystery surrounding the world about what those are, how they came to be, what part they play within the dynamics of the world of Pywell. In those sky islands, there are puzzles. Each one has kind of a different puzzle. They all have a different vibe, if you will. And then treasures and rewards for completing them. I showed off recently, if you flash your sword within the world, then there are these little glints like that you can see within the open world. Those are abyssal artifacts or related to the aerial abyss in some way, shape, or form. So some of those might be ways to get up to new aerial abysses. Some of those might be artifacts that have fallen from the abyss. So there's this, not only are there puzzles that you can interact with that aren't combat related at all, but there's also tons of exploration, tons of just living it in the world. That's part of the gameplay.
Are there like dungeons that you can just go in, let's say in a cave, or find weak parts, break walls? Are there things like that?
Yeah, there's definitely exploration within the world and hidden areas. That's to me, that's like the whole point of having an open world, is that you don't want this linear gameplay.
Okay.
But
I'll be a little bit more specific and direct. But let's say, for example, you're having problems with a boss, okay? The boss keeps killing you, and then you get frustrated. Can you go into one of those floating islands and somehow crash the island onto the top of the boss castle and smash the castle and the boss out together?
You know, like you do.
You can't.
Sunny is a powerful character.
Hold on, man.
I think it's the realm of...
I went in for like 3 inches off. I got 6. I hate it.
Oh my God. So you just... Where you going, all right? Like, why do I don't do shit like that? All right, my bad, y'all. A girl literally just texted me. I'm in a fucking crisis right now. I thought I was gonna have to go kill somebody, one nigga. Men has this instinct, this emotion that's like, it's time to throw away our life. Like, all right, I'm about to throw away my life, dog. Y'all good? All right, I'm gonna see y'all niggas on the other side, nigga. Like, that's a man, I don't even know what you call it, frame of mind. It's like going in heat, but violence. I love this interview. Is one of the best game dev interviews I've heard in a very long time. Will Powers? I don't even know if he's acting like he's not even a dev. Who is this nigga? Hold on. Will Powers. Who the fuck is this nigga? Marketing and strategic planning expert. So this nigga's so he's marketing the game. He knows what to say and what not to say. Okay. But Pearl Abyss? Them niggas make hella cash, bruh.
The possibilities with the world?
You can't summon a Final Fantasy esque like summon. Efreet can't come down and crash onto a boss.
Wait, the top of the boss castle and smash the castle and the boss out together.
You know, like you do.
You can't.
Sunny is a powerful character. I think it's the realm of possibilities with the world.
You can't summon a Final Fantasy esque like summon. Efreet can't come down and crash onto a boss.
Hey, yo, Emma,
but
can you read the chat before you got on? Can you read the chat?
Against a boss, then you can just leave that boss fight. It's an open world. Like, you have your choice. You don't have to. You
probably can't
continually beat your head against it in order to progress. You can just go do something else. And get more skills, get better equipment.
But what if it's part of the main story?
That's why there's side content to be able to.
Oh, so you're saying you can come back later? Yeah, no. Yeah, my point wasn't exactly that. I was just wanting to know, because this floating islands, I always wonder if they can fall.
You see how people are trying to take your job, Emma? People are literally trying to take your job.
Gravity within the game, but
people are literally using the same sales tactics as you are.
So
isn't that crazy?
This operates in almost a different dimension from the land. You can't even see the islands from when you're on the ground, because they're essentially in a different dimension.
Okay.
So there are a lot of story elements tied to it, which is why I'm being a little vague and cagey. And I'm joking with my answers to you, but it's really tied to plot.
Yeah, I felt like you didn't want to start stuff.
Fair. Speaking of, are you able? Obviously, there's spoilers, so I understand if you can't say much. But are you able to give us just like, you know, the back of the book cover, the easy synopsis of sort of what the story is? What is the plot? You know, what are the stakes? What's going on? How would you describe it to somebody?
Yeah, so
get the fuck out of here, you hoe ass nigga.
That's like, just call it the world.
Isn't that funny? They're using the same. They're even saying the exact same things you are, y'all. Isn't that crazy?
Who is a member of the Greymanes, is a faction that is the protectors of one of the countries.
Oh shit, okay.
that country comes under attack by a Russian faction, the Black Bears, and they decimate
Oh my
you.
fucking God, man.
They take over your country. All of your protectors are spread now across the
I don't know why I did. Oh, I can't even do it.
And it's
God
about
damn it.
reclaiming your power, reuniting with your friends.
And they're saying the exact same thing you are saying. They're even using the same level of English you are, dog. They're using the same cadence of English you are. They're saying the same exact things. They're saying the same greetings. It's crazy. That's why I think everybody's a fucking bot. Everybody is speaking to me the same, and I don't even have many followers, and I'm not popular, but people pull up, and they're all saying the same things. Can I have your Discord? Can we talk about it in Discord? I don't want to say a price. Isn't that crazy? How do you know they're from Italy though? What the fuck is going on in Italy, dog? I'm not gonna lie. I love Italian women. Like there was this girl. So I went to summer school in 10th grade because 10th grade for me I said this year I'm gonna be the worst I possibly can, and then I'll like not get into any more trouble. So I had to go to summer school because basically I failed a class. I don't even remember. It wasn't even like, it was like an elective. So I had to go to summer school for an elective. It was hilarious. I was in summer school cooking and shit, dog. It was like a bunch of females in there because they were trying to just graduate early and shit. So there was this girl, and she had really thick, long hair. Her hair was she was white. She had thick, long hair. And like I was always like, yo, why you got on sleeves? It's 97 degrees outside. And I would make her laugh and shit. And she had a boyfriend. Like we would see her and her boyfriend together. It was, you know what I'm saying? And like, I didn't give a fuck. I go to Garfield. So the school I went to, it was like we were notorious in the county, bro. Like we was the school that had a daycare for the students in 2001 and shit like that, bro. Like before that shit was mainstream. But she one day she had told me she was like, I had saw her arms. Her arms were so hairy, right? And I was looking at her arm because basically I don't even know how she must have she still had long sleeves on, but I could see that's how hairy her arms are. I was like, yo, you got some long hair on your arms. And she was like, oh my gosh, she was so embarrassed. I was like, let me see it. She was like, I hate the hair on my arms. I'm so hairy. I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, dog. That shit is attractive. And she was like, oh, my boyfriend hates it. He always says. So then, right, we started talking about her boyfriend. And one of my homies, he was like, yo, Adam, I heard her boyfriend was yelling at her this morning. I was like, what? Like, we was about to jump this nigga, bro. Like, we was about to press this nigga. One of us was about to fight this nigga. Like, she was like, no. And it was probably because I should have, bro, for real. But I didn't have a cell phone or anything. There was no communication. Niggas ain't had no whip. Like, this is before really, like, for real, MySpace was a thing, but I probably could have got her MySpace page or some shit, but I didn't. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a respectable gentleman, but she told me she was Italian, and I was like, yo, I want me a hairy Italian girl with a unibrow, because that's why she was so pretty, because she would do her eyebrows, right? And because see, I would sit. So we would talk so much, I would start noticing little things. Like she had a unibrow, but she would always make sure no one could see it. I was like, yo, you need to let your unibrow grow. She was like, stop talking about me. But you know, girls love when you talk about them. But yeah, man, they're all like Emma. So many people want your fucking job. It's crazy. And it's like, you know, you hit me on Discord today, but I was asleep because I had to get some rest from over the weekend. I actually got fucked up my shoulder. Not too bad. Like I don't have to go to the hospital, but it's just sore. So, you know what I'm saying? People want your job, Emma, and for real, you gotta like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are using the same cell taxes as you, and you have to kind of make yourself stand out somehow. Like, if you're from Italy and you're a woman, like, if you were, like, full-blown blooded Italian, like, what part of Italy, first off, you know, you're probably, you know, you should show yourself. You shouldn't hide behind your art. You should show yourself. You know what I mean? If you're an Italian woman, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how old you are. But woman is a woman, grown-ass woman. You know, that's what no one else is showing themselves. Everybody else is just popping up, and I'm like, are you a fucking bot?
Into motion in the first place, that then is all about plot. But essentially, it's rival factions and this kind of war-torn continent that you're trying to bring back together.
Sure. And do we see the collapse of Cliff's country, or does that take place before the game starts?
A little bit of column A and a little bit of column B.
Also, that's more kind of like a plot line. How would you describe Crimson Desert for somebody who does not know anything about it and they want to know if it's a game for them?
Yeah, thank you. That's I love great open-ended questions. Like it's I think
I didn't even hear the question.
Crimson Desert presents itself as if it were a Souls-like, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Crimson Desert is this open world action game that has very deep systems.
I mean, I'm not, but
almost akin
other than that, like that was just like an example.
The systems
but
layered on top of
everyone
each other
is using your tactic, and you have to figure out a way to stand out because they're the same way. They would say the same thing you're saying. I don't like, you know what I mean? But if me and you are going to work together, there has to be a sense of trust. You feel me? Because that's one thing that I don't have is trust of people that I don't even know what they look like.
Fluid,
you know what I mean? It's not about.
Combat.
I know that sounds crazy, but truthfully,
it's hard to say
if I'm going to give you $1,000 a month to help me become a streamer, I need to have at least.
You really have.
You know what I mean?
Multiple genres,
I want to know
multiple games,
like who you are.
It's a world,
and that's just I'm not asking you to do
like
that.
You said earlier,
but what I'm saying
something
is
people haven't seen before.
Everyone is doing what you're doing,
so they're only ever going to compare it to what they know, like the engine.
The money, I truly want to spend 10 grand a month on my social media.
Tough, you know, because hopefully eventually when Crimson Desert comes out, people will just
I can reach people.
For future games.
10 grand a month,
like
that's not even a lot. That's the minimum.
This, you know, it becomes
so 10 grand a month is sitting here, and I'm trying to divide it amongst people who are actually going to help me. You feel me?
Even though I played the game
but if everybody is the same, then none of you can help me because you're all the same.
Definitely
you feel
doesn't
me?
feel like Souls-like or anything like this, but Bayonetta makes sense.
I forgot what I was about to search.
It's a great
observation. I know what I was about to search.
So you're saying there's a lot of puzzles, though?
There are a lot of puzzles within the world. Like, combat is a central pillar, but it's not the only thing to do in the world.
Because the Zelda part also that's what it kind of threw me in that way.
Yeah, I mean, there's bounties, there's quests, there's crafting, there's all these different, and there's fishing, to your point, not necessarily bombing lakes, but fishing with a rod. There are ways, like there are tons of things to do in this world that don't revolve around combat. So I like to think like when you sit down and play the game, You can kind of choose what you want. It's choose your own adventure at that moment.
How about a story investment? Do you think, let's say, how do you think, like, from what you're telling me, this seems like the kind of game that, in spite of the story, it seems to be fun to interact with the world. But let's say if some people, they only, their first hook into a game is the story. Would you say that the game has very expressive storytelling and story building that will connect these people as well?
I wouldn't say in spite of the story, but I think that that's a very difficult question to answer.
Yeah.
Because of how the game presents itself.
Okay, I mean, that's
No one is
good,
gonna
and that's
play
why
this
you have a
game
lot of
critical
clients.
path only.
That's why
just
you have a lot
not
of clients.
with the amount of distractions, the amount of things in the
Y'all
world.
have a trust.
And because
I
of
think
that,
everyone,
people's gameplay experience and
everyone,
their own experience,
pause this
which
real quick.
they'll think is the plot.
So everyone has a different way they build trust. And when two people meet, they build a bridge, right, that meets in the middle. And in the middle, there's a compromise in order for the bridge to be complete. You see what I'm saying? We have to fit together and say, okay, I see how you want me to prove you can trust me. And you see how I want you to prove I can trust you. You see what I'm saying? Like, I've been on think about it. I don't know how old you are, but you were probably born when the internet existed your whole life, right? I remember when the internet didn't exist. You see what I'm saying? I remember when the internet was put in the ground and seeded and nurtured by DARPA. You know what I mean? An American military institution, compartment. No, what I'm saying is, if you want to be a part and if you want a new client, right? You have to be different than everyone else. I'm just giving, and everything I just said is just examples. Like, I don't know what you would come up with to stand out. You know what I'm saying? With these websites, like, who cares about it? I mean, I'm not trying to shit on your website because I haven't seen it, but I can Google the shit that you're selling, and there's a website. You feel me? And that's what's difficult about starting a business in 2026. There is too much competition to just, like, you have to be something incredibly unique. Something that's so rare and hard to find. So if you're asking what I want, is I don't want anything. But I know you want me to be a client, and I'm telling you what you need to do. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, well, those people who do that, they actually really need, the people who do that, they actually want to be they want it right now. They want to be successful right now. You know what I'm saying? The truth is, it doesn't happen overnight. my stream isn't going to become amazing overnight. Like, I'm not going to have I don't want an overnight audience. I don't want to be clavicular, testicular, or whatever the fuck. Like, I want a group of people that comes to my stream that fuck with me. It has nothing to do with trending topics. We need to become something like a community of like-minded people that share the same interests, and I am the curator of the content because, like, I am the content. And the people who say, okay, yeah, no, for seriously, you're right, yo. You see what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't talk to you like this. Like, I don't talk to other people like this. I just know, I know you. Like, I remember our argument, you know what I'm saying? That was hilarious. You were like, I'm not a fucking bot. I was like, really? You're not? This is real? Oh shit, dude. But yeah, man, like, this is what I be thinking. Cause I'ma always play video games, and that's what this is about. This is about video games. This is about me trying to beat Silksong before Resident Evil 9 comes out. And this is like my life as a gamer, and then, you know, our community as gamers. You know what I'm saying? So once people see shit like that, and they're like, yeah, all I really want to do is escape into video games, and good video games, like not bullshit. But that's what the whole Muten collective is. We're just gamers, and there's not the collective is so small right now. But this is the best part. This is the best part, I'm telling you. Before it all really becomes commercial or whatever the fuck. So welcome to the best part. See, why do they spawn like that? Motherfucker. Wow. Damn it! I ran right into that. I just like losing health when I have it. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is really good, man. Like, it's like, yo, it started. Yo, look, Ghost of Tsushima started all this like all these Asian games that are look the same, like Rise of the Ronin, and there was another game. There was a bunch of other games. I played them. I played one of them. The Wulongs and shit like that. That were like Souls-likes. All the Chinese video games that are Souls-likes and shit like that. Ghost of Tsushima is the reason why them games started being developed. That game was the game. I waited for that game for such a long time because it's a sword game. It's just about swinging fucking swords. And I've been playing Ghost of Yote. You've been seeing me play. You know what I mean? You already know that shit fire. I was taking hella pics in that game, and I play games so slow now because you don't want to just you have to savor this whole experience, man. But there's so many games that you can't watch TV, you can't go out on dates, you can't have a girlfriend. You have to dedicate yourself to playing video games. You can't like go to the bar and like hang out with adults. You can't do any of that shit. didn't mean to do that. I definitely didn't need to do that. Here we go, here we go. The thing so I smoke marijuana, dog. So yeah, it's legalized and all that, and I can, I just be smoking weed. Like that's part of the collect. That's why I don't need any money. Like I don't need to be popular, dog. This is about playing video games with my spiritual blanket of reality, which is the smoke. So yeah, I be smoking blunts, yo. I think because if you're here in the very beginning of the stream, you would see me like say, yo, so I gotta smoke a blunt, dog. You always miss that part. But yeah, I smoke weed. Boogity! I missed them. Here we go. Oh shit. Damn it! Damn it! Okay, I fell right into that shit. Hey, what up? Grand Operation. Hello, howdy. What up? What up? What up? Faisal? What up? What's up, Faisal? What's good, yo? This is the new person. And honestly, you have a name that doesn't really sound like it's a body, but we don't know. I've seen people. So you're not a bot? Okay, you're not a bot? Yeah, just because you can't spell like nah. I'm Ghost X. Oh, okay. I believe I remember you pulled up. That's what's good. What's up? See, you missed a really good conversation, man. Me and Emma were really like, we were talking about this whole thing. No, I didn't see Faisal. I might have. You don't pull up enough, for real. It's not my fault. Since we call each other out, do you pull up enough? I didn't forget Emma. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta collect when, you know what I'm saying? When we collect, you gotta be there. But yeah, we was just talking and shit. We was talking about everything. Oh shit. The thing that I'm talking about is this thing, the stream. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, everybody, yeah, you gotta be busy. That's what's up. You always gotta be busy. Humans have to be busy. Like, all this social media shit. See, this is the thing, right? These billionaires, they understand humans, and this information doesn't get taught to humans. Humans are addicted to information. That's why if you don't like if you don't hear, like if you get put in solitary confinement, you start hallucinating. You start making up information. Your brain starts making up information because it needs information. Oh, I'm just dying because I have fucking everything I need. Am I a billionaire? No, I'm not a billionaire. But the thing is, right, technically, in some countries, I am a billionaire. But I'm not a billionaire and I don't own a home. Like I live in Virginia and I live right next to Washington, D.C. Like I used to live like 30 minutes away from Washington, D.C. And my culture is Washington, D.C. culture, but I'm from Virginia, and my Virginian culture is Northern Virginia culture. So Northern Virginia is really, really rich, but I'm old, so my neighborhood used to not be for rich people. But you know, I can't afford to live where I grew up, basically, because the way the housing shit is, you know, everything just went up in prices and stuff like that. So I moved to a cheaper area. Yeah, it's all good though. Like, you know, my brothers were able to buy houses in Woodbridge. That's what it's called. So like Woodbridge, so I can always go back home. Like my family lives in Woodbridge, so I'm not rich, but where I live, like it's so expensive and competitive that I always knew as a kid, like, bro, I have to go and make sure that I have, you know, my that I'm able to make income, bro. You have to make basic income to maintain your life. So I maintained my life for a long time. Like I'm 36. I turned 36 in yo, no, let me tell you something. I'm just practicing. Like this shit is so fucking long. That's why I'm talking so much. But yeah, like I'm not rich, yo, but I'm doing really good. Like personally, and I'm talking to, hopefully Emma's still here. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, that's what it is, yo. Like we're talking some real shit right now. Talking real shit. Yeah, but the boss, this thing is so long that I have to get I have to build up my endurance. Like my endurance is fucking. Like, let me just explain this shit that I'm doing. I don't know if you played, I thought you played this game to be real. But, after I kill that big ass boss, like, two more, I have to fight two of those things after fighting like a bunch of, it's just ridiculous. It's a marathon, bro. It's a fucking marathon. And I have to just practice not even thinking about it, just have like muscle memory, because it's just endurance. I can't worry about getting hit, but I'd rather talk to y'all, to be honest. But yeah, we're addicted to information, so that's why we like going on TikTok and just saying, oh, did you hear about this weird ass person? Oh, no, I haven't. Let me go up. You know, like, Did you hear about this new trend or whatever the fuck? Did you hear about this new genocide? Did you hear about this new item? You should buy this product, consume this to have that you don't have. It's just information and sensory, dog. It's crazy. Like, that's why I'm telling you, man, you gotta do what you like doing. And I like playing video games. And I like talking to people. That's what this thing is. I don't know if you ever seen The Sopranos, but this thing that we got going is gonna be great. And this is the best part. It's day one. Day one is always the best. You never want to be there when everything's popular. Like all these people that's playing Expedition 33 that never played a fucking turn-based video game in their life should shut the fuck up about turn-based video games. It really makes me upset. Because I didn't play it, and that's why I don't think the game. I'm like, if the game is one of the best games of all time, why didn't I play it? Why didn't it appeal to me enough? Oh my God, this is so difficult because it's like, fuck. That part is so difficult. Like that part. If you're not in like rhythm, because they're a choir of bugs. If you're not in rhythm, you're just gonna get put in a fucking blender. I don't really know the rhythm because I don't do it takes so long for me to get to that part. Oops, I fell into the fucking hole. I'm just a bug. They better give me some new. They better give me a new goddamn needle or some shit. I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Why not? And that's why I don't even use that because I need it like in the late part. Fuckity. I probably should go somewhere else and come back, but this is personal now, yo. Like I'm playing so sloppy because I know how long this is. There's no point in worrying about like getting hit at this point because I don't even know why I did that. I thought he was gonna like move forward a little bit. That's why I use the charge ability because it's about endurance. Fuck. All right. I'm gonna start trying now because I feel like I'm warmed up. I got pretty far at once, but I just been sitting here yapping. Oh my God, yo. This is actually hilarious. Because I'm actually trying and I'm doing the worst ever. Ah, shit. I knew he was going to, like, I tried to move. Oh shit, I thought it was gonna hit the ground, dog. Oh shit. Woo! Woo! Okay, I didn't think they would both keep spamming the jump button. When do they ever do that? Oh, they got me because I couldn't do anything. Damn it, this fucking bell ass nigga. Fuck out of here, you hoe ass niggas. All right, here we go. You see, I can't use charges on here. Oh! I could have dodged that shit. I have to kill him fast because I know I'm gonna get hit a bunch. See, this is fucked up. I'm gonna die. Like, I have to kill them fast because I know I'm in a blender. Like, if you don't kill one of them really fast, you're gonna get hit. Well, I'm gonna get hit. Oh, fucking it. Oh, man. See, that's all this is about. It's about just basically staying calm, relaxing, because this is going to be a long fucking battle. We gotta fight a whole goddamn choir. I didn't mean to really do that, but whatever. Oh, this nigga caught me. Oh, man. There we go. Oh, so I thought he died. What the fuck did I just destroy? Okay, thank you. Dice. Oh, that shit got me coming back on some weird angle shit. I should take my time. I didn't. God damn it. Honestly, I don't know why I thought he was gonna do something else, but I gotta start tapping him and just not really. I gotta start tapping him. I guess I need to just bust one of these open. Fuck. Damn. 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 Fuckity. All right, let's read some shit, man. Fuck. I'm turning on this damn. Oh, let me read some shit before I do all that. We're the choir people. All right. Mighty percussive disciple of the choir, wielding a mallet and a silk spool to rap and enhance their attacks. There is no finesse in its use of silk. It consumes its supply only to amplify it by force. Okay. Puppet servant of the citadel, suspended on strings of silk, an early form of automation, of automaton, requiring extensive silk to maintain its service. If given a chance, this one will steal silk from any significant source, including my own chow. Gold-ranked disciple of the choir and direct servant of the citadel's conductors. The lethality of these bugs is unexpected. Their bodies were never built for combat. The haunting has altered their nature dramatically. Damn. What? All right, whatever. I mean, fuck these bugs. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Hornet. I'm fucking sorry, man. It's one of those points of the game where you're just like, man, I miss just playing the game. I miss just walking around and exploring, looking for secrets, you know, getting to benches, you know, finding items, talking to NPCs, you know what I'm saying? Upgrading my character, filling out the map, looking at the map. Oh man, and now I'm stuck on some shit. It's difficult and long, and fucked up. Just gotta do it. There's positive, you know, byproducts for the brain when you do a bunch of shit you don't want to do. It's crazy. Jeez. This thing gets on my fucking nerves because it's like you don't do anything but just get in the fucking way while I'm trying to charge. I gotta heal up. Wow, I did some shit that I didn't think I could actually do. I didn't think I was that nice. I didn't fall fast enough. These fucking bills be catching me, bro. Oh! I wasn't even looking over there, dog. I wasn't even looking over there. Man, this is woof. I don't think I have it in me today. Oh, they call. Oh. I mean, that was just a good decision by this guy. Oh my God. Y'all niggas are malformed. So you kind of want to stay in the middle for real, yo. Oh shit. Damn, that shit came out fast, pause. Oh my gosh. Damn it! Thank you. I think I'm gonna spam this shit. Damn it! Wrong way. Okay. Man. Oops. How long have I been doing this? 3 hours probably. 2 hours. Probably just 2 hours. Not even 2 hours. An hour of this is a lot though. Goodness gracious. Oh man. Oh shit. Fuck. Yes.
Fuck. Fuck. I just, there's no room. There's no room. That part is you get put in a blender and you pray to God that you get through it with some health to fight a boss that's gonna take everything away from you. Not even a boss, mini boss. But then you gotta fight a bunch of other things and it seemed like they're more aggressive. Or it's my imagination, I don't know. I just tech the fuck out of that shit. Damn it! Looks like I'm a hill. Woo! Really? Damn it. Nice. Nice. God damn it. God damn it. Nice. Oh shit, I couldn't. I thought I was on the wall. Oh, that shit almost got me somehow. Oh my god. Here we go. Damn it, missed. Damn it. I didn't want to get hit at all. What's wrong with me right now? What the fuck? so like careful right now. I want to kill that bell nigga first because these bells, they trap you. Oh shit. Shit never fucking ends. Dice! Like, what the fuck? I see, man, you know what, dog? Ain't no goddamn way. How do I even do that shit? How do I even do that shit, bruh?
But it's their plot will be a different experience than someone else playing the same game. So I think and I really hope that people's individual plot will resonate with them because it's their story. It's not a shared story. There is a central like crit path and that these are the things that will happen in the game no matter what if you progress on the main storyline. But because so much of the game isn't the main storyline, then people's actual story within the game will be their character story rather than a shared story that everyone experiences.
Okay, the reason why I was a little bit confused because I was not sure if what you did on the side would influence the...
It'll influence your experience.
Yeah, okay.
Because I spent more time on side content than I have in the main storyline. So that's more important to me, and then that's my experience with the game.
Yeah.
But that's the same way I played Red Dead. That's the same way I played Skyrim. I think I was the Dragonborn in Skyrim.
At some point.
I don't remember the plot. I remember diving into dungeons and doing that. That's like, that became the story for me.
The death cult.
If you can share, is there any moment that particularly stands out for you that you can share? Of like you having
The game is probably
story?
like... It's probably like Breath of the Wild, but
I like
crazy.
There's the subtle and not so subtle
Like on
emotions
fucking like
within the game.
steroids.
You mentioned that like there's references of like I think Luke mentioned it earlier where there are references to specific games and then when do you add the feature or not add the feature. There are some like
I don't even know why I
bang
tried
on the
that.
head examples where that's a Shadow of the Colossus reference or something. That's hugely fun to me because I've played all these games. Some of the younger people in the office, they don't even know what Shadow of the Colossus is.
Yep.
So they don't get those references. But for people that have been playing games for 20, 30 years, it's really cool to see all the different references that are coming together as one cohesive thing.
I have a few rapid fire questions before we wrap up. So feel free, if you can answer, great. If not, no worries. You mentioned critical path versus side content. Most players are probably going to be pretty focused on side stuff. But do you have a ballpark estimate of how much of the game is critical path versus side content? Like, is it, 20% main path and then 80% of the content is side? Are you able to say anything about that?
That's too tough of a question to answer, like in all fairness, because everyone's experience is different. But for me, in my experience with the game really started once I beat it.
What?
Because then I could do whatever I wanted.
Yeah, all the end game stuff, the side content. So it's fair to say that, like,
It's completely open.
okay, so it's fair to say the main.
Actually, like Skyrim.
I am not going to say that sentence.
No. But like, what I mean is, in Skyrim, you can actually, in theory, do the main story in like 6 hours. But then you can go back into the world, and there is.
Man, no, it's
there's people
something
with
we don't
5,000
even
hours in it.
understand what the fuck this is. I think you
The
become a
main
king,
storyline is
and like
only
you can
a
send
percentage
niggas
of the
somewhere,
experience you'll
like
have in the
people
game,
just be
and it is
asking for
not
shit.
The majority.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm
They're
sorry.
gonna have an update where you got a farm,
It's Skyrim too.
you got a wife.
Say this is exactly like this.
No, because no, it's a, don't get me wrong, it's a very different game than Skyrim. Just to make it clear, but like it's just that Skyrim, like everything else, it feels like
Yeah, from
it's made of the smaller parts a lot more, if not as much as the main part.
it's a sum of the whole. Well,
Yeah.
While the story is important, it's also very not for like a lot of people's experience in the game. What's most important is just that the game's fun. That people are going to have a fun time, and it's a world that you want to spend time.
Wonderful. Next quick question. Are you able to speak at all about?
Oh shit!
Are
Didn't
you able
even
to
see
speak at
this
all
guy.
about performance targets on console specifically? Target frame rate, performance mode, no performance mode, or is it too early?
No, but we will reveal that before launch.
Perfect.
So that's not that.
Oh, they
will
don't do
get
that.
It will not be a mystery. Okay.
So just to elaborate on that slightly, the way that the development works, there's a hair flying in front of me. The way that
Sorry, I'm moving.
it's a Lewis hair is annoying. The way that the development works is once a game goes gold, that's what's on the disc. Then continuous development, because that usually takes place X amount of weeks before launch. You continuously develop to make it and optimize it even further. So you have a preset amount of weeks to be able to develop what's traditionally known as the day one patch.
Damn, I couldn't even move for real. I'm gonna die, dog.
Using all of the time to make the game continuously better. That day one patch will cement the performance. So obviously we have our internal targets that we're aiming to hit. That patch will effectively lock in what those, whether or not we hit those targets or not.
Perfect. Okay.
Well,
Well,
why I can't answer it now because
yeah, it's still in flux.
development's not.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And one thing I guess to wrap up, and maybe Lua has a final question too, but I always like asking, people working on these types of games this. What is something that you feel is not getting enough attention? What is something you're like, I wish people would notice this. I wish people would talk about this. What is something you feel deserves more attention?
It annoys me when people talk about the controls. It really annoys me. There was one Reddit post where hey, this is just
I mean, I
Mistake number
should
one
have
is
did
going
that,
on
but
Reddit.
whatever, man.
mistake number 2 is publicly admitting I read.
He reads this guy.
Somebody said the controls seem to be really tough. And then the immediate reply under it is, if a PR guy can play those controls, you can't too.
Well, that's awesome.
I think that the funny thing is like it goes back to what we talked about before. We're dropping you in dozens of hours into the game with like a 60% unlocked character and all these controls. That's like putting you in Evo. All right, go. You need to battle Sonic Fox right now. Good luck beating them.
Yeah. Well, and the example
The experience.
Well, and the example I gave on stream when people brought this up too was like, think of a game that relies a lot on muscle memory, which this one no doubt will, because it's inspired by games like Bayonetta. Even if you
And
look
see,
at like
we don't know-
Ghost of Tsushima, like needing to quickly swap between stances. If you give a player who's never played Ghost of Tsushima before, like a DLC Iki Island save and go juggle stances and fight them, like they're gonna have a tough time. They will say the controls are clunky because they don't have that muscle memory.
Even a game that you have played for a while, if you go back to it a year later, you're going to struggle with your own corrections.
Yep, that's true. She's right. She's right.
So the developers spoke to this a little bit, and I
Good
really
point.
liked what they said. They said that
I
side
don't even want to fight this shit
controls
anymore.
aren't
Come
done
on,
until
just kill me, bro.
we're continuously like optimizing and changing the controls based on feedback. That's why we've toured around to PAX East, West, Gamescom,
Alright.
TGS, and showed it to everyone because we actually take
Alright,
that
let's
feedback
do
and
it.
implement it. And those controls
shit.
have drastically changed between a year ago and now. But the way that the people that actually made the controls and designed the combat described it, they wanted to create intention behind each button. So that way it becomes muscle memory and actually becomes intuitive. Even if you don't even know if this is a control, you would press it, or you would combine those two based on your understanding of the systems that you've already been taught. So naturally, you would learn it because you'd be fed that about how that interacts with the rest of the world, even outside of combat.
And that also makes sense why people who are playing in the middle of the game, they feel like they have a hard time because they didn't have the preparation to get there.
They have no context. Like that's if we drop someone in the beginning of the game and they have that same feedback, then that's completely different.
Yeah, but the problem is
Oh,
if you drop
man, I
somebody in
wish
the
you could
beginning of
create
the
your
game,
character,
you can
dog.
show where the game starts to shine.
Come on,
because
Pearl of
the beginning
Bits.
of the
Give us a
game
character
is-
creator, man.
Exactly. So you would need to show both.
Like, I want to make a cool character,
There's still
man,
a
in
bunch
this
of time
game,
between now
dog.
and launch. So that's the intention.
Gotta
is
be a
being
basic
able
ass
to
white dude, bruh.
elaborate in some of the areas where we haven't shown as much.
Let me at least change this nigga's
I don't think
hairstyle.
we'll necessarily use it, but just as a piece of unprompted, unwanted advice from me. Probably
maybe
the
the
best
drip is
preview
hard.
thing I ever did for a game was for KCD 2, because they literally brought us in. There were like 5 of us.
I didn't mean to do that.
And we played the game. Hours of the game. Yeah, it was great. I think I told you about this at SPF. I was like, do that, and people loved it. Oh, he's so great, isn't it?
I worked on KCD 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think you mentioned that. He's great.
Oh,
like
gosh.
yes,
This is just-
Toby is amazing.
This is a wall.
There
The wall.
I will say, and you can feel free to use this, like if every game is different and every game needs to be shown differently as a result, because like theoretically, like if the beginning of the game isn't as exciting, you don't want that to be your only preview. Or if you don't want to spoil a story, then you can't use stuff in later games. So you need to find what makes the game shine and how to amplify that. Because at the end of the day, like, no one wants to play a game that they played before. You want to play something that's new and different, and it's about finding.
That would have been cool if I did. If I dodged
this
that.
game from
Sorry,
other
everyone.
old games.
Oh shit.
Really excited to see the view of her Abyss in this, because they come from such a different background that I find it extremely intriguing and makes the game very intriguing and attractive to me as somebody who often plays single player games. Seeing a single player game made by a company that made other stuff before, I want to see their twist on it. I want to see because they clearly will view it from different eyes, and they will bring to it something that I haven't seen before in a single player game. And to me, this mystery,
Fuckity.
this spice, is what makes Crimson Desert so attractive.
Yeah, I like to think is that the company excels in world building, and that's what players can expect for Crimson Desert is a very fleshed out world that you're going to want to sink a lot of hours into, because that's the DNA that comes from the MMO space, about this beautifully crafted world that has all this interactivity and all these systems built upon it, and then this story-driven narrative to be able to guide you through the space.
Wonderful. Do you
right,
have
man.
anything you would like us to touch on?
I think I got
that we
enough
have
practice
not?
for today. None 10 Matt.
No, we're
Crimson Desert. Let me just look up some shit real quick. Is it that's desert, right? That's not dessert. Hold on, man. There was a better website. Maybe it is this site. Is it this site? I don't remember what site I went to, man. Google benchmarks. Oh, I think this might be the site. Let me see. I don't even know, bro. Do it. Yeah, this is the site. Your PC reads because yes, I can play the game on my PC, dog. I can run the game, dog. I probably need to upgrade this shit, right? I don't even like. Oh, I literally have the bare minimum GPU, bro. That's the problem. Actually, I have a 360 though, so it's not the bare minimum. I'm a little above it. $5,600. I have a 3,600. So let me see how much is it. Let me see. Fuck it. I'm out. I'm out. I'll do that. I'll do that. I fuck with y'all, man. It was good stream. Good stream. Good stream. Good stream. Good stream. Good stream.
YouTube, he's Muten Gaming.